The time is now 11:07, so we go get started now, Chris.
Go ahead.
All right, the time is now 11:07, guys. We got a super duper exciting call to go on. That's about to go on today. Welcome to our Wednesday call. My name is RC. I'll be your MC today of our Zoom call. Been with the company now for 2 years, and guys, this business definitely changed my life. You know, thanks to my mentor, Keon Owens, who showed me this lifestyle, showed me this opportunity. Before Herbalife, I was a full retail manager, not really getting what I wanted out of that company. And I used to work out 6 days a week, not getting the results I have today. So I needed something different. You know, I have an 8-year-old daughter, for those of you that do know. And I remember her telling me one day, you know, Daddy, I wish you could sleep with me at night. So I needed to find a new way. I wanted to own my own business and work my own hours so I can spend that time with her. So Herbalife gave me the opportunity. When I started my Herbalife nutrition program, I dropped 13% body fat, 3 inches off my waist, and put on 12 pounds of muscle. You know, and I'm still maintaining that and still trying to get lean like our guest speaker that's about to come up on this call. And but now what it's given me is the opportunity to be that more present father, you know, live the lifestyle that I always wanted, you know, wake up and do exactly what I love, be happy because I choose to be, you know, and I'm just excited for the future going forward with this company. So with that being said, you know, what I want to do is I want to open up the call, you know, unmute everybody so we can hear what you got to say as far as gratitude. You know, anything that you want to you shout out, you can shout some of your team members out, whatever you want to do. Let's open up the call for about a minute. I want to hear from you. Let's go, bring that energy.
Yo, what up, everybody? It's Keanu. I'm super grateful to have Malia on the call. So grateful to be here today at the Nutrition Club, making an impact in my community. Just level of life.
Oh, baby, bring it.
Hello? Can y'all hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
No, I'm tripping.
Oh, I'm sorry. My phone's on mute. Shout out to Chris. His birthday is today. Hitting his first cut of active supervisor. Also, I'm super excited to do this call with Tara. I'm fired up already. Let's go.
Super shout out to Jocelyn for hitting supervisor, going for her first cut active suit, and Jasmine for hitting supervisor. Everybody who crossed the stage at STS, super grateful to be in business with you guys. I love you.
Yeah.
One more thing, guys. Just want to wish Devon Roseman a happy birthday. Let's go.
Happy birthday. Happy
yeah, shout out to Devon for his birthday today, too.
Happy birthday, Devon. Happy birthday.
Birthday suit. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started with the call. Chris, can you mute it? Mute it all out. All right, there we go. I was muted for a second. So, guys, thank you for shouting that out, saying what you're grateful for, shouting everybody out. Just want to recognize everybody who made it to the call today. You know, everyone who woke up this morning with a purpose, everyone who was excited to go out and really change somebody's life and make a difference. I just want to recognize you all for being great because that's what we are. Each of us makes each other great, and that's how we become great. So I'm fired up, man, for this guest speaker that we have today. You know, I've had the opportunity of building an authentic relationship with her and really finding out, you know, what she's really about. And, you know, I spent time with her out in the Bahamas. You know, we was out there vacationing. You know, I always wanted to know what it was that fired her up, and you guys are going to find that out today. But you guys know her as, you know, always smiling, happy. And if you guys haven't watched her videos, dancing because she's free. You know, always flowing through life, man, and just brings the energy to everything she does. She's a beast in the gym, you know, doing another competition. As you guys can see, she got quads for days, you know, but she's really a good friend to me, you know, beyond the business. We really got a friendship going on, and I'm super grateful to have her be a part of my life and be my friend. So I want to bring up not only just Millionaire team member, but 7.5 on her way to Prez team, you know. So Miss Tara Malia, go ahead and take the stage.
Let's go, baby. What's up, everybody? Oh, man, I'm so fired. I'm getting more and more fired up the more little faces pop up on the screen. There's a page 2, by the way. Before we get into anything, I just want to say I really am grateful to even have the opportunity to be on KO and RC's call, because they're brothers to me. And in this life, you know, all we got is family, you guys. So, you know, beyond that, you know, the leadership that you have just on this team, just the fact that there's this many faces looking back at one another and locking arms is just phenomenal. And it really comes down to that. It comes down to the choices that we make every single day that allow us to be in a space of gratitude. So, you know, I was floored, really, just coming off of a high here in Texas. I'm actually calling in from San Antonio. My name is Tara Malia Gregory, actually. And I'm here in San Antonio with the majority of my team, not with the majority, a lot of my team. And I just drove down here from Houston, and talk about being in the flow. None of this was really planned to the T. There was templates, there was goals and vision, but we're flowing with it and things are happening. That's awesome. But the beauty of that is really just the opportunity that we have to just be on this call with each other. So, you know, just with that being said, you know, my name is Tara Malia. I'll get right into my story, because I want to make sure that we set the intention, just knowing why we're here. But, you know, our intention really together, once I spoke with the leaders right before this call, and just really with RC, was just to really just give my story, because every single person's story is significant. And I think what's the most important is I'm really just going to talk about who I am, where I came from, and really how to just attack your day with love every single day, so nothing ever takes you off of your main focus. You may break down, you may fall down, you may be having to get scraped off the floor by somebody. And that's just the way life is. Get used to it. It doesn't ever stop. But how you respond to life is what's important. So I just want to talk about those certain things. And I want to talk about just how to get to your flow. And once you find it, how to stay there. You know, I started Herbalife. I really came into this business and into this life really 2 years and 2 months ago. But it started way before that, when I was 5 years old, and I'm just coming to terms with those things right now. You know, 2 years and 2 months ago, I was sitting behind a corporate office, a desk, looking out of a window similar to this window that I'm now looking out of. And I was looking at a donut shop. And I looked at that donut shop every morning, because I couldn't wait to get to my high protein based snack, which was a donut at the time. And for me, that was a comfort. That was a comfort that actually represented me not willing to just step into my greatness the way that I heard words before. They weren't attached to meaning. You know, I was like, oh, I'm great. I'm making a lot of money right now comparatively. I'm driving a really nice car. I live in a really high rise. All these things. And then it finally hit me. I was not the Tara Malia Gregory that my grandpa, that my great grandma, that my mom and my dad had really implanted in me from when I was younger, way before even that. You know, so I decided, thank goodness, to my best friend, Garen Jones. He's my best friend now. At the time, he was just this annoying person that kept tagging me on Facebook with his abs. So he would tag me in his abs and tag me in his abs. And I was like, this dude is so vain. And I already knew he was a model / actor / whatever he was trying to do in LA. And that was my mindset. And yeah, I would call myself a mean girl at the time. You know, I was like, oh, this annoying dude keeps tagging me in his abs. And then finally I checked myself. I'm like, Tara, this person has something to say and you want it. So go get it. I got on product. I lost 12 pounds right away. I started to really see the vision. And, you know, that's really just the story, how it starts off. But if I have permission to keep it really, really, really real, I don't know who I have to ask for that on this call. But I'll give you the real. All right, cool. So I came into this company with a lot of judgments about myself and about everybody else in this world, about people I didn't even know. And I had those judgments every single day that were clouding my mind. And, you know, something that I just realized since I just came into this more personally developed space in my life is when I was 5 years old, and this just came out recently. When I was 5, the earliest memory I have is I was walking down the street, and I was with my mom, and I got to the corner, and I had asked my mom about this a couple months ago, and she told me, she confirmed the story. I was like, I remember this. Did this happen? She said, yes, it happened. And I remember there was a little girl that was right next to me, and she said, oh, Mom. She's like, look at that cute little boy. And at the time, I had a bowl cut, and I was 5. And I looked at my mom, and I looked at the little girl, and it was kind of funny. I was like, what boy? Because in my head, I'm like, who's she talking about, And I looked at my mom, and she looked back at me, and I could tell she was about to burst into tears. And that was the first time I remember me not understanding why my mom was, why she was upset. When I was younger, I had really long hair. My mom decided to cut my hair off into this bowl cut because I used to dance hula when I was very, very young, from when I was like 3, And then she cut my hair off because it kept going in the toilet, and she'd get pissed off. And she's like, why is her hair going? It's and one day she's like, enough. So she cut my hair off, and it was a bowl cut. And I remember that. And I also remember in the 2nd grade, there's these 2 little girls. I actually got kicked out of school twice. Because I used to always hang out with the older kids, and we always used to play basketball, and I was loud, and I was a really smart kid. I grew up in the barrio, actually. I grew up in Highland Park, and I was actually bused to private school in Glendale. And, and they're like, oh, this little kid, she's really talented and she's really smart, but she's causing all this ruckus. She's always playing with these older kids. But I used to get called boy. That was my nickname when I was little. Look at that little boy. Look at that little boy. And I remember that, and I carried that with me. And thank goodness I was good at something like sports, because I started playing sports. I started playing basketball. My dad was my coach. I wore baggy shirts. I wore baggy shorts. I really didn't have a real relationship until I was 22, actually. So all throughout elementary, all throughout high school, I was very self-conscious. I was considered like a popular kid because I was really smart, and I just really did good at sports and things like that. I was homecoming queen. I had a lot of friends, but in the back of my brain, like for some reason, I always was very self-conscious about my body. I never really loved myself, and I didn't know what that really meant. I just knew that I could do a lot of stuff really well to make my parents happy. So for me, I just wanted to do life and do things and do better and do good at sports and do good at this and do. And the next thing you know, I get a full scholarship to Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee, a full ride for track and field. I had excellent grades. I knew I was going to go to law school when I came out of there. And I was like, okay, I'm doing good in life. And all I knew was how to do life, how to do well, how to do things. I found myself regularly in the bookstore or in the, studying by myself a lot. So outwardly, the things I was doing in my life, I did really well because it was comforting. I didn't have to think necessarily about my body because, to be honest, I was like padding my bras. I couldn't talk to a guy. It was uncomfortable for me. I didn't know what it really meant to be comfortable in my own skin, and I didn't realize that. And it wasn't until really Herbalife that all of these things are now coming to fruition, so I didn't realize doing life wasn't what I was supposed to be being, and it wasn't until I started to do personal development. So when I found my health results, the physical health results, that started to see myself differently in the mirror from when I started to take the products. Fast forward, the first 12 pounds I lost, I actually looked at myself in the mirror, and I can remember looking at myself and locking eyes with myself in the mirror and saying, oh my gosh, you actually can start loving yourself now. And I'll just tell you, I had been through tons of depression before that. In 2004, this is something that I just started talking about. But in 2004, I had a fiance, and I was living in Minnesota. He actually played for the Vikings. And I was out there in Minnesota, and I was doing life again. I was being a great significant other. I was doing the things for him, for our lives. We had, the matching washing machines, like the red matching washing machines. And we did the bed, go try out the bed, next to each other, all that stuff, that you think that you're supposed to have. And, I woke up one morning, and what ended up happening is with that relationship, that was the first man that I thought had really loved me since my dad. And my dad was my coach my whole life. He really thought I was beautiful. But even in that intimate relationship, actually what ended up happening is I had a miscarriage. And that took me out for about 3 months. I couldn't even like leave the house or leave the bed. And needless to say, that relationship didn't work out. I came back to Los Angeles and I went into a depression. And so, you know, that's something that I had carried with me for a very long time. All I've wanted my whole entire life is to have a family, to have a daughter, to raise a son, to have a husband, to have a career. And I thought that I needed to do my way there. And I didn't realize that being in love with myself is really going to transform my life. And I'll give you some action steps that actually help me get out of that as well. You know, so what I have to say about Herbalife has everything to do with those things and those voices in my head that I had told myself for 34 years. I'm 34 years old. And so for 34 years, I had told myself that you're a boy, that you can't love yourself as a woman because they're looking at you. I was a homecoming queen in a gown thinking they're looking at me. They know that like I'm not a woman, that I don't look like a woman, that I'm not womanly enough. And it's so odd that in Herbalife, what I ended up doing was I found products that allowed me to start loving myself better. And I started taking steps for myself, not even focusing on what can I do to my organization. I looked at myself. Who is Tara being, and does she trust herself? Does she love herself for the products? You know, the first month in the business, I made $1,500 around my full-time schedule because I went ham in the business because I was like, oh my gosh, I need this feeling. I need this feeling of love that I never got for myself. I never hugged my mom chest to chest until Herbalife, until she got on products 30 days later. So all of a sudden I started feeling this self-love that I had never had for myself because I was doing life. And it wasn't until I realized it's who you're being and how you show up in the world every single day that's going to transform your energy around you, the people that you're attracting into your life, the people that'll go hard for you because you go hard for them, because you go hard for yourself. And so I was like, okay, how can I create trust and bonds with people? Okay, the more that I love myself, I'm seeing the more people are starting to love themselves. The more that I'm starting to change my language with people, the more they're starting to respond to me different. Okay, cool. Let me start doing those things. So I started doing daily things. I started doing daily tasks. First month in the business, you know, I did 6,000 volume points. Second month, I did around 5,700 volume points. Next month after that, 11,000. It went up to 24,000. And every single month, I started to really see, oh my gosh, I'm going to love myself even harder. I'm going to go even harder. So I want to get into, just with that being said, knowing some sort of background on some voices that I had in my head and limiting beliefs, what really triggered was me seeing my body change. And then I didn't have allergies anymore. They literally went away. I'm not on stage, so I can say this. I used to take Claritin. I used to puff on albuterol all the time just to get through the day. I used to have acid reflux. Anytime I would get nervous, I'd run to the bathroom and throw up. And basically, I'd have to be in there for a while. My parents didn't even know I had IBS. There was a lot of things I dealt with I never even divulged to people because I thought it was weird. And then when I started to take Herbalife within 30 days, you know, I started to see those changes. I went outside and I actually walked my dog. I could smell the flowers, the patch that was right next to, I used to cross the street, walk my dog, cross the street again, just to bypass this patch of flowers. And I found myself walking straight through, like going over to the flowers, carrying my dog and smelling those roses. And that triggered something else to me in my life. I wanted to create that for other people too. And how was I going to do that? And the truth is, if you can't trust yourself, and if you don't have confidence and belief in who you're coming into the world as every single day, by the way, it's a choice. It's a choice you make every single day. You haven't arrived. It never happened. So you better enjoy the journey today, because tomorrow is of no consequence unless today is what you're embracing. And you better love every single moment of it, because tomorrow isn't promised. It's just the way that it is. But what can you do today that you're going to love even harder? And we call it no matter what. You love no matter what. So I really took those things on. So I would write that love no matter what on your paper. And what it really meant to me was, okay, I started to read. I started to listen to things. I started to really immerse myself in this. Okay, you're loving people. The volume is coming in the business, but the volume represented stuff to me. So to me, I wouldn't say, okay, here is a specific person and this is volume. I would ask them not only, you know, why do you want to get in the best shape of your life and those sorts of things. I would ask them, do you have brothers and sisters? How is your childhood? Like, how is your mom growing up? Like, how did she treat you? I go straight for the gut, and I do that even today. You know, some people say feel it out and things. I'll walk straight up to someone and say, how's your spirit today? I won't say I like your shoes necessarily. That you're more likely to see Tara say, hey, how's your spirit today than oh, I like those shoes. I mean, I'm not impressed by shoes. I got a lot of cute shoes, you know? But, you know, for me, it's more about that. And it was a belief and a confidence that I created for myself every single day because I had to release, we call them volleyballs. We all have them on this call. You all come with thousands of volleyballs and thousands of thoughts about yourself in your own head. That's why you look at someone a certain way. That's why if you see so-and-so talking to so-and-so and they mean this and that to you and you see them walk into a room together, all of a sudden all these crazy thoughts going on in your head. Guess where that comes from? Thoughts you have about yourself, judgments that you have about that person. And all those things and those thoughts are clouding a bigger picture. To me, not much matters to me unless it has to do with my family, which happens to be Herbalife, which happens to be getting people healthy every single day and making sure that my nephew has a smile on his face every day. So if you ain't talking to me about none of that, I'm over here. You guys know those Facebook stickers that pop up all over the time? You know that little wiry guy that's like this? That's me. That's how I'm happy every day. I don't care what you got going on. Does it have anything to do and is it in alignment with, am I getting people healthy every day? How can I help you? How can I contribute to you getting people healthy every day? You know, so all those little things, when you look on Facebook and how come this person liked the post, but they didn't like mine? Why did they comment on this and they didn't comment on that? How come there's a little heart on that person? Is that person sleeping with that person? Ooh, I heard this person did that with that person. That's a Prez team member. I don't care about that stuff. I really don't. Did you hear about Garen? Did you hear about Garen and Tara? You think any of that matters to me? I ain't tripping off of that. That's how you build confidence in what the heck you're doing. I don't care what Mark and Jill are doing. I know that they're leading a healthy, active lifestyle. I don't care what RC got going on. I really don't, because when we lock eyes and we're talking in the Bahamas about vision and family, that's what I care about. So I would say one of the things and the action steps that I do every single day is I get out my dry erase board, which happens to be here. Yes, I'm on the road, but it comes with me too. And I wake up and I fill that thing out. And I write the top 5 things that are important to me to get done that day, period. And I get those things done. And, you know, I'll send you guys actually some more things that I do with my whiteboard. But for now, like, that's what I would say is the most important. And the things that you don't want to do that have to get done, put those at the top. You know, we have something called Panda Power Hour that we do every single day. I do it every single day. I take the things I really don't want to get done in my personal life that has nothing to do but everything to do with my organization or Herbalife, and I roll that all up in 1 hour. Pay phone bill. Make phone call to my financial advisor and schedule the next meeting. Make sure that I'm on point with whatever meeting I have coming up with Monica. Make sure who happens to be someone that does the next level, and you can talk to your upline tab or whoever you like sideline about that. You know, make sure that Tara's straight, that her finances are straight. What's it going to look like I'm wearing a pin and someone comes and takes my car because I didn't pay my car note? That's a little crazy, right? What's going to look like somebody's trying to call me on my phone and I have to follow up with them and I get this person's call cannot be taken at this time. Be like, I'm not getting a meal plan from her. That girl's crazy. She have her phone bill paid. So I make sure I roll up in Panda Power Hour, and we just call it that because we love pandas. That's a whole nother story for another time, space, and place. But that's one thing that we do. Is Panda Power. Another thing I do is every single day, I know I'm a bodybuilder, but every single morning I've always done this is I take my shake, tea, aloe, and tabs. Like no one's derailing me from that. There's probably been 3 days it didn't happen and I freaked out, and 3 happened to be all on vacation. I didn't plan properly, but I made sure I figured it out. Another thing I do every single day, if I don't get my cardio in every single day or my lifting every day, depending on my schedule, I'm not flowing. I'm not in the flow, you know, and I make sure every single day I do my gratitude for the day. That's another thing that's on there every single day. Personal development. Personal development may be books that you read, audio, or whatever. For me, sometimes I will stop in the middle of a conversation if it's not flowing the way I need to flow, which means I, as in we, and the greater purpose. And I will go find, I was just telling RC, I'll go find a studio somewhere that's a space, and I carry this little thing around with me. It's a speaker. And I put this on. It has a Bluetooth attached to my phone. I have 2 songs that I love right now. I listen to Kuturo. That's one of my easy buttons to happiness. And Sia's Chandelier. That's one of my easy buttons straight to happiness. And as soon as I hear one of those songs in a space by myself, I start dancing. I start sweating. I'll do push-ups. I'm in action. I'm not just thinking about something. I put my body in an action of something else. So from there, I'm in the flow. You can't tell me nothing. I'm up here. And right from there, I'll go to my client book. Boom, client book. Who am I calling? Okay, let's see. June. Boom, I'm looking at June. I'm in the flow. I just danced. Somebody was trying to talk to me about someone didn't talk to them on Facebook. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm over here. Cool, Shannon Smith. What happened with Shannon? Shannon wanted to return some product. I said, go ahead and keep it for another 30 days and try it. Let me know how you like it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Coco Pemberton. She's in the UK. I got to make sure I hit her up. Boom. Next, Dante Thomas. He re-upped. I need to check in and make sure that he's good. Okay, cool. Lori Lund. Nick Weissman. His sister just got married, had a baby. I went to high school with her. I need to call and check him. All of a sudden, where my brain was before, it's not even close to there anymore because I utilize these daily rituals every single freaking day to take me to exactly where I need to go. No one's going to get me off my flow because my flow is not about me. It's about them. It's not about you. Ever, actually. You are a person that's significant and loved in the world. What are you going to do with it? So for me, the way to get from member to mill is staying in your flow and being attached to the bigger picture always. And if you fall off for a second and you have your moment, take your moment. But just know, every moment that you're there, you are not here. Every moment, yes, we all cry. And you know what? I'm going to keep it super real because I've had it happen to me. My dog died. I was closer to that dog than any person or human being in this world. She's still here with me today. My grandpa died. My best friend was murdered in front of my face when I was 13 years old. Things happen in life, and it doesn't mean we don't love those people and those things. But we got to take accountability for us. And us means all of us, the collective. You are not going to find this family anywhere else. And that's what I started to realize. So if I have another 5 minutes, I'd love to go into like some action steps and what the flow really means and things like that, for me. So do I have a thumbs up to keep on going a little bit longer? I think that's a thumbs up. All right, cool. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't want to overextend myself. Cool. So this is the thing. So once you start to come to terms with you, I know a lot of people are doing this business. You can't do the business. You have to be a family member. That's what you have to do. And what that means is every single moment, every day, when you're in the flow, what are you contributing? Are you adding value? Yes, hit people up. Hey, how are you? But it's like a, hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? I wanted to just let you know that I was thinking about you today. Because there's 2 things in life that people need. You can write these down. All people want is to feel loved and feel significant. That's it. Everything in life has to do with an excess of that or a depletion of that. So when you talk to someone, when you look at someone, when you walk in a room, when someone happens to be in the same restaurant sitting next to you at another table, that is not a fluke. God, this is my belief. Take what you want. God put me here for a reason right now next to this person. I wonder what that could be. Maybe I should smile at them and we'll find out. Maybe I should open my mouth. Maybe I should get in tune with what's cool, Tara. Okay, make sure. Okay, Tara, you got to eat first. Okay, feel your. Okay, you're good. Now you're like getting your flow again. Get back to you and know what that feels like. This is the thing. My flow's here. I know where it is. I know where things hit me. I feel it when it hits me on my forehead and I'm thinking. I feel it when something hits me in my heart. What are the things that you're doing every single day that allow you to create that awareness? Because I don't go do face-to-faces in the world. I go live my life. And I enroll other people to do it with me. You know, so when I'm in Hawaii, we're out there surfing, we're out there doing the things, I'm bodybuilding, I'm doing this and that. And I realize when Tara stays behind her computer all day, she's not in her flow. And as soon as I leave my door and I find my flow and I enroll other people in the same flow, they start to find their own flow. They're like, oh, cool, I remember this feeling that Tara's feeling, and it rubs off on them. And then they go find their thing. And like, man, I love underwater basket weaving. That's what Tara was feeling. This is what I'm feeling. And all of a sudden, you're never complaining about the people in your life. You're never playing the blame game. You're taking 100% accountability for your own life. And guess what that does? It empowers, not enables, it empowers people in your business to do the same for them, because they're going to want to go hard for you, because going hard for you means they're going hard for the feeling that you have, that they now have for themselves. And they have it for themselves because now they have it for you. When you have clients, when you have coaches saying, oh my gosh, thank you so much, not just for the products, but thank you for doing you, because I get to do me. You want that. When you're like, dang, Tara, when you hear, dang, Tara, how are we getting to press? How are we getting to press? I'm like, who's getting to press? Oh, what? That's right. No, we talking about getting you to get. How are we getting you to get? When it becomes a battle like that, it's all about what you adding value. Are you adding value? Can I add value over here? I'm in San Antonio, Texas. I pass the same two chicks downstairs in the lobby every single morning when I leave. How can I add value to their life? Smiling at them was the first thing that added value. Just smile at people. It's the simplicity of the golden rule. So the way that you take that out into the world is you do it for yourself. It's really simple. Really, really simple. You share the opportunity by being it yourself. Because guess what? Your words can say this much and your energy says everything else. It's just the truth. And if I wasn't here, now think about it, if I wasn't here to show you, my client book is actually right here. My will-do list is right here. You already know I got a marker, so I already done written my I ams on the mirror inside of the bathroom. You know, here's my shaker cup. Here's my speaker. Here's my glasses. Here's a panda. You know, don't fake the fun now. You know what I mean? People know the action steps are, what are you doing every single day that's giving proof that you're valid? Or are you pointing your finger at other people? That's how you're going to get to mill, present, beyond. And the reason I can speak on beyond is not because I'm there, because I've seen my best friend do it. He's surrounded by pandas. He's surrounded by people that he loves. And guess what? If you're not contributing to the energy of the place that you're building from, there's no way you're going to build. I have 4 people in cuts of active supervisor in North Hollywood. I don't live there. And they're all plugged in because we've got feeds on Facebook. That's another action step. Make sure you're connecting with people no matter where you are and sharing your life with them. And do not dare hit somebody up 2 days before the end of the month and say anything to them, period, if you haven't talked to them for the other 28 days. I wouldn't suggest that. Start next month with them. Go hard in the paint, but don't wait till the last 2 days, because that energy says you're a number and you don't matter and you're not loved only because, oh, by the way, you're 200 volume points away from senior consultant. Imagine if someone hit me up 2 days before I just got some kind of result and they said something to me about senior consultant. I have no idea what that is. Where do you go on my list of priorities of people that make me feel loved and significant? Okay, cool. Perfect. So with that being said, major action steps, getting off of me talking so much, I just thought this would probably be more effective if I just kept it real, is get your daily rituals together. And right on the top, just write 100/0. You know, I blamed Garen Jones because I couldn't find the scooper at the top of my rebuild strength. That was ridiculous. Just call distributor relations. 100/0. There it is. Don't blame anybody. Be secure in knowing that the world is for you, not happening to you. You know, Tony Robbins says it all the time, and I incant things out of my mouth all the time too. Because by the way, when you're like in action, it's just different. Like things feel different than if you're just like sitting down, stagnant. Like when you're in action of doing things, because what happens is you say things out there, it's a vibration in the world that comes back into your brain. You know, Bianca Donald is on this call right now. She lives here in San Antonio. She doesn't have to think about, I wonder if Tara loves me today. It's just consistent. She goes on her I am. She says, I'm flexing my abs. And she's like, well, she's loving herself today. I'm going to love myself too. That's just the way that the world works. So you don't ever have to worry. I could take another call and talk about numbers and actually how to analyze your numbers and look in BizWorks and all that other stuff. But I'd say for the first call of all of us, one thing that I can contribute and add value to is your daily rituals of energy is important. Make sure you have lifelines and pockets of that. For me, I have easy buttons all day. If someone comes at me crazy, it's always a smile. How can I help this person? I never get defensive anymore. It's kind of crazy. You know, there's a couple people in my life that can push my other buttons, but then I'll always find my easy button eventually. And that's just because I freaking love them so much that I let them into my heart like that, you know? So just get your daily rituals together. You know, I already shared with you what it was. For me, it's my will-do list every morning. I need 15 minutes of high-flying me time. That means phones off. Nobody's around me, and that's me time. And I get to decide what it is. Maybe it's, you know, maybe it's playing my ukulele, you know, and it's 15 minutes of that. Ain't nobody gonna see me for 15 minutes. I'm gonna just strum my ukulele all day for 15 minutes. Maybe it's just me getting my speaker and dancing around and creating that momentum of energy. You know, maybe it's listening to my favorite song 6 times over and over and over and over again. The next thing is I'm always doing Shake Tialo tablets. The next thing, I'm always lifting or working out that day. I'm always doing gratitude for the day. I never miss a day of gratitude. I'm always doing personal development 24/7, getting new personal development, asking other people what theirs are, enrolling myself in the language that supports that. I'm always doing my I ams, and I'm always doing my Panda Power Hour. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. You know, I just want to say thank you for the opportunity to even share maybe a little bit more of a piece of me of who I am and what Herbalife really means to me as far as my life is concerned, because my life has everything to do with yours and how you show up, because we're all part of the same family. But I just want to say thank you again for just having the time to share with you guys from San Antonio, Texas. You know, just what an opportunity that we do get to just live this life together as family. And just think, you know, when you're out there in the world, or when you get new clients or coaches, like, talk to them like you would talk to your sister, or get them on a plan you would get your mom on. You know, use language that's of the utmost respect for family, and that's the type of business that you'll create. And all of a sudden, business and family is all the same thing. My mom's here too, by the way, in San Antonio. She's downstairs doing her follow-ups. But thank you so much for this opportunity to be on this call. Definitely got some banging leaders on this team that I call brothers. And, you know, we lock arms together. If there's anything, any questions, or, you know, I don't really know how to segue, but, you know, thank you, RC, just for being my friend and being my brother, and really just giving me this chance to talk to your team, and KO too. I love you guys.
Yeah. Thank you, Tara Malia. Man, this is why you are who you are, because you always flowing with nothing but happiness and joy. And we definitely see it even where you're at. You know, I watch your videos, I watch your pictures, you're always showing that consistent flow of happiness. And it makes me smile just to see your pictures like that. So keep on smiling, keep on doing what you're doing, the dancing, even singing, guys. She can sing. You know, she's talented. She's a talented woman, like she talked about before. So thank you for this amazing call. It really hit me. It really hit everyone on this call. I'm pretty sure you're going to get a whole lot of love coming from everybody on the team. I took a whole lot of notes all the way through. So I'm just going to go over a few things that stuck with me before we close out the call. A lot of things stuck, but the confidence is real huge in loving yourself before you start loving others. You know, that's real big. When you find that inner you and you start loving that, you can spread that with everybody else. And it just comes naturally, and it comes genuinely, and everyone starts attracting to that because you're always happy and exciting about life. You know, and then no matter what, you always find it, no matter what went on in your childhood, you know, the things you've been through, the challenges you overcame, you know, you've been through it and you found a way to get through it and actually be happy because you chose to be happy. You know, and your daily rituals, man, is crazy. Even though you're traveling, You still got your whiteboard, you know, for myself that I don't do, you know, and that shows a lot of, if you're not doing that, you can be inconsistent in that space where it can lead up into your business or somewhere else in life. So where you are, you know, how you show up to everything, or how you show up to anything is how you show up to everything. You know, asking questions, you know, believing in people, having a trust, and also asking people those direct questions like you did. How's your spirit today? Instead of asking how your shoes, you know, your shoes look good, your hair looks good, you know, compliments. You know, how's your spirit? Really dig into them, even if you don't know them, and that'll build a stronger relationship. And man, there's so many other things that we got. Gratitude is big, but you are living proof of who you are and what you just went about today. Because every time I see you, you're doing that, and you got them shades on, you living that, you know. So thank you so much for being you, and thank you so much for delivering everything that you delivered today, man. I'm gonna open up the lines. I'm gonna let the team acknowledge you, share what they want to share, feed the energy back to you. So if we can unmute everybody, you know, and the energy.
Oh my God. Thank you, Tara. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That call hit home. Hit home. Thank you.
Thank you, Jared. That's all. I'm so fired up right now to just be me.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tara. That call was kill, man. I really loved it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That call did everything. It meant the world. It was amazing. It pretty much did everything for me.
So who was that?
Yeah. Hey, Tara, this is Keon. I just want to say you are a special, unique, rare person, and I'm so grateful for you taking the time out of your life to be on this call and to be authentic and share yourself from a different space. Like, it was so perfect, everything you shared, like, and I'm so grateful for that. And it just shows that we need to live in our flow every day. Every day. Thank you for being you.
Thank you. You're welcome. I love you, man.
Love you too. Right.
All right, let's go to mute out. So again, Tara, thank you so much, man. You know, we all love you. You know that. We always share the love. Just grateful for you. Seriously, man. Every time I talk to you, you bring another piece of me out of me, another nation. Helps me find that happiness all over again. You know, just by you smiling. And then how you talk, and it just flows. It's just family. It's never just straight up about business. It's always about who you are, what's going on in life, how's your family, you know, stuff like that. So I really feel that energy connection where you're at, man. So thank you again on behalf of the whole team. Man, you got us all fired up.
Let's go.
So let's all take action. And like she said, guys, 100/0. You know, 100% responsibility, 0 excuses. You know, let's take ownership of our life. Let's find our happy, even though times we go through things, but we get to find that happy, whatever makes you happy and excited about life. So let's touch that. And I'm gonna go over some, you know, upcoming events that we have. We have, you know, going on tonight at the club. We have our workout class led by Sarah called Bump It at 8 p.m. You guys can definitely plug into that. Invite people to that. You know, the key to this is inviting people to see exactly what we do, what we're about. Introduce them to the products, introduce them to the people, the lifestyle, the energy that we got going on at the club. Also, tomorrow we have 3 the Hard Way at 6:30 p.m. Invite to that. It's another amazing workout led by Al and I think forgot the other one that's running it with him. But because it's not Najeel, Corey, and Dante anymore. So Big Al running that class. It's super exciting. So much energy. We got Sharon that runs that class as well. So you guys want to invite to that. Over 70 plus people in that class, so it's big. And we have Saturday Fit Camp at 10 a.m. You know, invite. Those of you that are getting your contacts throughout the week, you know, make it known to invite them to our upcoming events, our workouts. You know, plug them into the club. Just get them to know someone new in the club. Let them feel that energy. And then Friday, we have our gym cleanup. Those of you that want to help out, contribute, you know, come help us clean out this gym, you know, organize things so we can open up this gym going September 1st. You know, it's another workout that we can invite people to, you know, to plug people into, which is great. You guys knew what the energy was like when we did have the gym opened up. So we want to make sure that we get that all cleaned up, contribute to that, guys. This is big. You guys own this. You know, it's not just the people that do own it, it's everyone. Everyone owns this gym. Everyone owns a piece of that, you know, nutrition club. So let's all take ownership and put our hands in and get our hands dirty. And then following that, we have our team bonding day in Long Beach. You know, we're going to meet at the Ferris wheel. Everybody, you know, dressed in red. You don't have to wear all red, but just red, wear a color red. And everyone, we're going to meet up at 4 p.m., you know, by the big old Ferris wheel. We're going to go out there. We're going to, you know, attack the city as a family, have fun, watch the sunset, enjoy life, you know, talk to some people, share what we do, pass out our flyers or cards, whatever we want to do, man, bring the energy. And then, but before all that, we have our team call. We have our 3 Millionaire team members that's going to be sharing on this call on Friday at 10 a.m. And then also, guys, let's push EOM. Let's get everybody to their cuts. You heard Tara. Let's do this consistently throughout the month, not just for the last few days. Let's start right now and start asking them where they're at and where they see themselves being and really get them to the next level. Because as you push your team to getting them to where they want to go and where they want to be, then we'll find ourselves being where we want to be naturally. So be aware of that. EOM is in 5 days. So let's go ahead and set that up powerfully. You know, let's bring the excitement when to see all these people be recognized for everything that's going on. And then we got another urban hero coming Saturday morning, 8 a.m., supervisor school, Mr. Kyra Hawkins. You know, this guy's another person full of energy, man. You guys will notice throughout their whole team is nothing but energy. Is where energy goes, energy flows. Energy creates everything. So for those of you that are supervisors, not yet supervisors, let's get you guys there so you guys don't miss this training, man. It's going to be amazing. So on behalf of all of us, Tara, Malia, thank you so much. We appreciate your time taking out of your day, being in San Antonio. You know you're busy, but we appreciate your time and sharing everything so authentically, and we appreciate you. So we love you. And those of you that are World Team can stay on the line. We're going to have our pre-meet going over who's going to be able to share next week. So if you're World Team, let's go ahead and stay on for the pre-meet. Thank you.